All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostle and elders, a great millstone who teach very well. Where I learned this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to the men and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And today, just basically getting on the times that we are in, man. Because even though this stuff with Russia and Ukraine is still amping up, the famine is still looming. The RF to the I to the DC hip it still is on its way. The missiles is locked and loaded. These people are basically in the spirit of nothing can possibly go wrong, man. And I just looked it up. Just the regular Google definition, holiday silly season. And that's what these people are, man. They're in a silly spirit, not taking anything serious. Let's go ahead and read this definition. It says, what is the meaning of silly season? Silly season, a period such as late summer. Now, it could be anytime that's near the holidays. A period of season when the mass media often focus on trivial or frivolous matters for lack of major news stories. So instead of these devils pushing forth the major things, again, the food insecurity, whether your power being raised up or inflation, they're not going to push forth that information. No, they're going to push forth the folly, man. The next rapper who have a holiday album, you got the Temptations on loop. Then the hottest new toy in the holiday season. These are the things that these people are pushing forward. Now let's go right here. It says, why is Christmas? And again, we already know it's one of the most major holidays in the Western Hemisphere, man. Christmas, which is totally against the scriptures, man. Because they say, yeah, this the day that Jesus was born. But, for the lack of better words, give me some precepts to bag it up, man. Number one, Yahweh Shai, he was born near the springtime, but also, what did it say in the scriptures that a white chubby man can come down your chimney and give you presents, man? Which shows you that this Western society puts you in the vain mindset. Let's read a little bit of this. It says, this year has brought many challenges and will continue to do so with the aptly named silly season, the festive time of year when there is typically a higher than usual number of social engagements involving lots of food and drink. So, for the lack of better words, bread in the circus, man. And that's what this society actually pushed forth, man. Bread and circus, not taking things seriously. But when the things happen, these people, they're going to be caught with their pants down. Let's go right here to the book of Ephesians. The book of Ephesians, like not Ephesians, like look what's Thessalonians. This is the book of First Thessalonians 5 and verse 1. It says, but of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. In this certain media outlets that Esau blocked off YouTube, but you can still go on the website and you can still see what's going on throughout the whole world, whether it be Al Jazeera or RT News. It's telling you that things are not so sweet across the whole planet Earth. But America is not pushing forth that, man. They just had this guy from Ukraine coming over here, and biting all touchy on them, not knowing that very, very soon, life as you know it is going to change. Verse 3. It says, when they shall say peace and safety. And that's what Christmas time is supposed to be. A time when you get together with your family and connect again with your kids and just have a good time and forget no, man. This coming into a point when you're not going to be able to ignore the prophecies, man. Because Walmart got a commercial. I'm saying, yeah, even though inflation, you still can buy the same amount of food for the same price. And it's going to get to a point when that ham, that Thanksgiving ham is going to be $200, man. It's going to get to a point when that Thanksgiving turkey is going to be $150, man. It's going to get to a point when somebody's going to kick in that dough for that ham or kick in that dough for that turkey, man. Let's read this again because you're not going to know until it actually happens, man. And that's what happens when you're in a festival spirit or in a spirit of folly all the time. Matter of fact, before I jump back, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Let's hold that on deck and I'm going to finish this off. This is the book, continuing on to verse 3. It says, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Yes. So the Lord going to put hell upon you, sudden destruction. You know, it says, shall come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And right there, it says sudden destruction, which meaning what? You're not going to be able to expect the thing that the Lord is going to bring down the pike, man. You thought he thought it was going to be a fat white man coming down the pipe with presents, but it's actually going to be a hungry nigga coming to get some food. Let's go right here to the book of Ecclesiastes 7, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, it is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. And that's what this holiday season represents. Again, this silly season, man. You know? Read this again. Better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Yes, man, because basically you go into the house of feasting, you got your guard down, man. Not expecting the you're expecting the best, but you're not even expecting the worst that's going to happen, man. So when the worst do happen, you're going to be caught with your pants down, you know. Verse 3, sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. And that's what it is, man. Through spiritually, how about Shema Shah, we're in a spirit of mourning. You know, we're in a house of mourning because we know this is not our rest. We know that this place is not forever, but ultimately we know that, worshiping these different holidays is actually a pagan spirit, man. It's actually adverse against the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. So say if your baby moms, your auntie, your mama talk shit about you because you ain't come to past 6, 7 Christmas, it's all good, man. Because at the end of the day, our heart is being made better. Because in this society, for the lack of better words, being a real man and standing up for something that you believe in is actually cast down. You're toxic masculinity. Now you the bad guy on the block, and just get out, man. Last time we invited him to Christmas, he threw away the Thanksgiving. He threw away the Thanksgiving ham. Not Thanksgiving. He threw away the Christmas ham last time. He said he can't come back. Cool, bro. Because at the end of the day, we know that this society is not forever, man. And we know that actually this Western society or this Western hemisphere actually pushed forth the spirit of not being serious, the spirit of not being austere, the spirit of folly, man. Being settled upon your leaves. In the ultimate, you being settled upon your leaves is the perfect time for the hunter or aka Esau to come and get you. That book, Behold the Pale White Horse. It's a line in there. It says people are going to get taken away near the holiday seasons at 4 o'clock in the morning because you drunk on the eggnog. You laid down and you went to sleep in front of the brand new PS5 and a brand new TV, not knowing that a gurgle troop was waiting to snatch you up, man. But just waiting on the get go. But guess what? At the end of the day, that's the spirit of the Lord being manifested upon the planet Earth. Let's go ahead and go right here to Romans, the 13th chapter. Because again, we're being in a certain spirit, so we won't get caught about these things when they actually come to pass. This Romans 13 in verse 11, in knowing that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. And right there, we know that it's not time to be asleep, to be awake, to be settled upon your leaves. Because why? Yahweh Shai, he's coming soon, man. The night is, verse 12, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the work of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. And a part of you casting off the work of darkness is you casting off these different wicked holidays, man. Christmas caroling and different songs. It have an evil spirit on it, man. There's a song in deck the halls with boughs of folly. Right there, man. They tell you to deck yourself with folly, man. Real quick. Let's get this. This the word yeah, This the word deck. Because again, a lot of these Christmas stories is a spirit that come with it, man. The word deck, as it says, deck the halls with boughs of folly. So you're actually decking yourself with folly. Right here, deck, adorn or clothe with something ornamental to cover, to put under a roof. So if you're decking with something, you're covering with it, man. And it says you covering yourself with folly. You celebrating these different holidays. This Isaiah 30 in verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord. Because right there, number one, the biggest consumers around the Christmas time, from Black Friday to even like January the 3rd, is African Americans, man. Especially after the holidays when things go on sale, man. Jake be the first ones there to try to clean things up, man. Read this again. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, they take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin, because you're not covering yourself with the spirit of Yahweh Shah. You're actually covering yourself with the decked of halls of folly. You're covering yourself with folly, man. You're covering yourself with the ways of Babylon, which is what the ways of death, man. You know? And that's why we cast off the works of darkness and we came towards Yahweh Shai. Because again, us being in dark is actually thinking that, number one, that so-called Jesus was his name, his real name is Yahweh Shai, but also thinking that he was a so-called white man that was born on Christmas. And it was meant. It was written in the story for the Santa Claus to get all the shine. And even at that, man, it was a thing came out on Disney Channel. This guy, he had a sign said, yeah, we love you, Satan. Then they're gonna switch it up and say, we love you, Santa. My bad. We just no, man. They showing you that actually you celebrating these different holidays, you're covering yourself with Satan. With an adverse spirit that's adverse to Yahweh Shai. That's why it says, and you cover yourself with a covering, but not on my spirit, that it may add sin unto sin, because you're not covering yourself in righteousness, you're covering yourself in these pagan holidays. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So you're trusting in the society. Your boss give you a raise, because see, no, you're going to put it right back into the economy, man. Continuing on. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt be your confusion. It's going to be many of stories. Jake being late on our rent, Jake being late on their gas payments or anything, just because they wanted to have the best Christmas for little Nunu. And number one, little Nunu been a demon all year, man. And you want the best for him, man. And that's why that shows you that basically America do not teach discipline. It teach everything to do what you want and do it how you want, and you're gonna still get a reward at the end, man. The reward that these niggas gonna ultimately get is death and destruction. And that's what you deserve, man. Let's get this real quick in Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. Right there, it says folly is set in great dignity, man. And what does that mean? They don't push forth Hanukkah, Hanukkah. They don't push forth the Passover. They push forth Easter. They don't push forth Hanukkah. They push forth Christmas, man. Which shows you that these different, and this even, I seen this guy, he was supposed to be a so-called Jewish guy, but he still celebrated Christmas, man. If you was really a part of those people, you would detest those different holidays. You would separate yourself from it. But just because it's the vibe here in the Western Hemisphere, people are going to continue to follow after it, man. And it ain't like we wasn't a part of it, man. We was once those guys that was Christmas caroling. We was once those guys that was the life of the Christmas party. But Yahweh Shai, he brought us out of that darkness. Let's get this real quick. This Ecclesiastes 1 and 17. I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly, because the Lord gave us both sides, man. I perceive that this also is vexation in spirit, because you see how you once was, man. You see how lost we once was, but you be thankful how the Lord brought you out of that lost state, man. You know? So yeah, I can my praise videos edifying when I say call Layim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, Shalom DTA, and the